And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. My name is FDS, and welcome to the Ace Podcast. I am here with Gwyn and nobody else.
No one else. No one else is here. It's just us.
No, just us. It's been 2 weeks. We've missed some stuff. There's some stuff that's happened.
We've missed things, and I've not caught up on things, so I've still missed things.
Wow. Beautiful.
Where?
Whoa. All right.
Where?
So let's start with the big thing, the big get, the nooge. The nooge.
Wow.
The good one has begun.
The good one.
The good one. First 2 days.
Oh, go on then.
Good one. Go on then.
Go on then.
The G1 has begun though. Yes.
Yes. Disclaimer: I've not watched any of it.
I have seen night 1. I have not seen night 2 yet. Night 1. Let's first talk about the greatest thing, the best thing. Yujiro Takahashi defeated Kota Ibushi with his new finishing maneuver.
I would like to ask you a question before you say what it is.
Okay.
If you were at a bar or refreshment establishment of sorts out in the world, out in the wild, and you were saying, I would like the essence of some kind of fruit in liquid form.
Yeah.
I would like that as my refreshment. What size drink would you get for that refreshment?
Well, I believe I would have to get it in a large size.
I wonder what a synonym for large is.
Well, I wonder what a synonym for the essence of fruit that you have described is.
I believe it's a juice.
Could it perhaps be a pig juice?
Oh, baby!
Oh! Yes, so Yujiro Takahashi's new finishing maneuver is called Big Juice, and it is an Impaler DDT.
Okay, this is very much in line with King's Road tradition.
Yeah.
Hit the pimp juice, which is the terrible DDT, the Miz DDT, if you will.
Ibushi kicks out. And...
Ibushi. I'm gonna do the bigger one. It's in the name, Big Juice. There you go.
The Big Juice.
Yeah.
Also, Peter also returned, so that was a part of that. So she's back now. That's kind of cool. Big Juice gets Yujiro the win, starting his G1 a lot better than he did last year, where he just went 0 and he went 1-8. So this year he's going at least one. He's at least matching his record from last year. So, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, Gwyn?
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the lineup of this one, it's like, okay, Yujiro had to get points somewhere.
It's still a weird place for him to get points, though.
I know.
He beat Ibushi.
Yeah, true.
It's not like he beat he beat Tangaloa. He beat the fucking 2-time defending G1 winner.
True.
On day 1.
I mean, all of this, all but confirms that the Kota Ibu is going to the finals, right?
He's got him and Kenta is the block final, and I'll get to why later, but by God.
Wonderful.
Next up, in a match that was better than I expected, Great Okan beat Tangaloa in 17 minutes. This was
17. Sounds a bit long.
It's long, but it's not bad.
It sounds a little long right there.
It's a little long, but it's not bad.
Okay, Great Okan getting wins anywhere is good.
Yes.
Because he needs them.
They beat Tangaloa.
I have a question. Was Tangaloa doing 2018 G1 shenanigans or no?
Not a lot of them.
A little bit.
He had Jado interference,
you know.
He rolled out of the ring a little bit, but most of it was just I'm gonna hit you really hard and taunt you. And he had some.
It wasn't like the blatant bad luck Fale stuff.
No. It wasn't like I'm gonna do all the fucking fucky shit. It was more if I had to describe the match, I would say it's good, but there's a lot of filler. And they could, if they had cut this down to about 10 minutes, this could have been really great. But I think they stretched it out for too long, and I think Okan and Tonga could have put together a great car crash fun, just destroying
a
each
great
other
just
match.
like sprint brawl, whatever.
Yeah, but I think they tried. Like there was a lot of like gaps, like pause spots between both of them. I'm not gonna put this entirely on Tangaloa because, like, yes, he does like the taunting stuff, but also like Okan had some moments where it's like you should probably follow that up with something quickly, but he's just kind of going.
Yeah. I'm just standing around. I'm gonna do my thing.
Exactly, and so I think it's good, but they needed to cut some stuff off. I think there was some stuff that didn't need to be in there, But yeah, Great Okan starting his first G1 off well. Tangaloa not starting his first G1 off well. It was, They both,
there you go.
Yeah. Moving on.
They'll both be on like 8 points at the end or something. It's
probably.
whatever.
Yeah. So in the next match, we had Toriano versus Kenta. You can probably imagine what this match was, and you would be right.
With current Kenta, yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of tape-based shenanigans, a lot of them fucking about, and yeah, it was a match that occurred.
Yeah. While we're on, this is immediate tangent off the match, but did you see Kenta's like pre-G1 thing? I'm so excited to face Yoshihashi.
Yoshihashi, he's not your block.
Oh, I see. Oh. So it's like the
so
most
sad.
anguish.
He's so sad. He's just like, I don't get to fight Yoshihashi.
Damn it.
But he played into that with his in-ring introduction. I believe one of the things that they said was he is more handsome than Yoshihashi.
Wonderful.
Yes. Or he's way
keeping the gimmick alive. Love it.
Yano won this match with what is being called a whole roasted Kenta.
Whole roasted.
Whole roasted. It was like a weird roll-up thing. It was like a La Mastral kind of deal. Kinda. I don't know. It was a weird one. Also, Yano had his hands taped together because... Yeah. Moving on to the actually two great matches of the night. First of all, it's good. You know it's good. Zack Sabre Jr. beats Tetsuya Naito via submission. Hell yeah.
You see, Nuge is on the up. No matter how small it may be, when Zack beats Taichi... Not... I said the wrong one. When Zack beats Tetsuya Naito in the tournament.
That's the wrong stripper, you said. Yes.
The wrong one. The other stripper. Yeah.
The other stripper. This was quite good. I really enjoyed this. This is my favorite match of the night. I know a lot of people liked the main event more than this, but I personally really enjoyed this a lot. I liked the main event. I liked this match more. I thought this was really great, and I love the stuff. I saw something on Twitter that really annoyed me. Somebody said I never ever wanted to like a wrestler more than I don't like a wrestler or like a wrestler I don't like that I wanted to like more than Zack Sabre Jr. It's like, okay, I don't understand that at all, because I don't get it. He's great. He's incredible.
I can see why some people won't vibe with the style.
But even then, he's picked up the pace in his matches a lot more.
He has.
He's not doing the slow.
If they were talking about 2016 Zack, all right, fair enough.
But modern Zack, he does current Zack, he does the tornado DDT, he does the Zack driver, he does the fucking he did a really cool spot, where he does the rebound DDT. He did the rebound tornado DDT, held on to Naito, picked him up, and was about to go for the Zack driver, and Naito counters it into Valencia. It's just a really beautiful sequence. It was like, oh, that's awesome. A lot of PKs in this. Zack busted out a dragon suplex, which was insane. We don't see Zack doing suplexes often. It was a lot of Naito did a lot of his great offense too. And it was beautiful. A lot of leg work in this match, working Naito's legs over, which I think is going to play into Naito's losing of A block, because he's facing Okan on the final night. And if you recall how their New Japan Cup match ended, Naito tapped out. The ref stopped the match due to Okan destroying Naito's knees and making him humble.
Make him humble.
Indeed. This was great though. I really enjoyed this.
And that could maybe set up Cobb and Okan going for tag.
Again?
Do you know what? I just said that. I forgot that LIJ are not tag champs anymore.
No, they are not. Dangerous Tech is up, but Okan and Zach are in the same block
forgot.
anyway. Which it's
I
fine.
forgot.
Okan is in the same block as Zach, and Taichi is in the same block as Cobb. I think Cobb's gonna beat Taichi to set up a tag title match anyway, and also to also give Cobb his win back from last year, if you recall, in the opening round where Taichi beat him in his return match to New Japan. Main event: Tomohiro Ishii versus Shingo Takagi. This was fun. This is great. You know, Shingo Ishii match.
I heard many great things.
Yeah, it was really fun. I personally like Zack Naito more because I think I like their style more. But this is incredible. This is a great match.
I think you have that because it's an Ishii match. It's a Shingo match. We've seen it. We love it. It's a great steak. But we have been served that steak
many times.
Yeah,
many times for the Never title.
Whereas the Zack Naito stuff, there's a bit more.
This is like their fourth.
A bit more sugar on it, like.
Yeah, this is like Shingo Ishii 4 or something. Whereas like, well, I guess we've had a lot of Zack Naito, but like they change it up every time.
Yeah, we have, but not for a while.
And Summer Struggle.
You think I watched Summer Struggle?
I guess not. But yeah, no, this was great. Shingo got the win in an incredible. The finishing sequence to this match was just great. A lot of strike trading, and then Ishii, like out of nowhere, like is about to go for Laird, and then Shingo immediately pulls him back in. Last the Dragon. 1, 2, 3. It's great.
Love it.
Beautiful. Night 1, some really fun stuff. Good way to establish Shingo as champion and getting his first win in the tournament. It's great.
Yeah, they kind of need it because he well, that was a weird noise. So with Shingo not being your traditional like Big Four champion, whatever.
Yeah. Having
him be on the back foot is a little damaging, if he would. So first win is good, and also Ishii doesn't need a win over the champion.
No. He's not going to be in the title picture, so no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
So that was night 1. I heard, from my opinion, I thought it was the top 2 matches and Okan Tangaloa were good. The rest of the show is fine. It's a G1 night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, definitely better than last year's kickoff, where it wasn't just like, oh, these people are haven't wrestled in months and kind of need a bit of a warm up. But this was just like they actually had great matches, so that was enjoyable. Moving on to night 2. We started off with Evil beating Yoshihashi. I have to watch this match to see if it was as good as their last match. Because if you recall,
I hope it was, because last year they had a great one.
Last year they had an incredible match. It was ridiculous.
Like, oh my god, what's happening? It's like kind of good.
Yeah. What
is this?
It was really good. They had like a great story as well. Evil got the win. No real shock there. I love Hashi, but he doesn't win a lot in G1s.
Are you excited for the potential timeline of Evil and then some other Bullet Club fucks challenging for 6-man again?
Not again. Can we stop?
I'm sorry, not Bullet Club fucks. House of Torture fucks. There you go.
That's just they already did.
Again.
You're just replacing Dick Togo with Show.
Yeah.
Please no.
There you go. That's it.
Stop.
That's all you got. That's it.
I haven't heard much about this match, so I don't know. But I didn't hear a lot about the match last year either. I remember last year, like a lot of people. Meltzer shit the fuck on the match last year, even though it was really great. But we'll see. I think it's. I'll have to go back and watch it, but it seems like it was pretty good. Next match, Jeff Cobb kills some piece of shit. Yeah.
Oh, Chase Owens, right?
Yeah.
I forgot he existed for a second.
Yeah. That's it.
That's all we need, really.
Yeah.
There you go.
Next match, I heard a lot of good things about this match. Sonata Tamatonga, apparently they tore the house down.
Okay, one of Sonata's very few like really good opponents is Tamatonga. Yeah. Where even with the 2018 shenanigans that they had, their match was still really good. Because Tamatonga works with the weird Sonata grapples.
Yes.
It's strange.
He has his flowy style. I think works well with Sonata's weird technical modification style.
Technical lethargy.
He's like, I'm gonna get a good match out of you, and you will like it.
I'm calling it technical lethargy is the style. There you go. That's it. It's canon.
Tama actually hit a double underhook pile driver in this match. I saw a gif of that on Twitter. He got Sonata up, and he dropped him with a double underhook pile driver. That's
J Driller.
Yeah. Well, I think he had a name for it. I think it was
Kenneth.
Ooh.
Bullet Crabber.
Burrito Crabber. No, he had like an actual name for it. Let me go find it real quick. The name of the move was the Dive Shack Driver. That's what he is calling it. It's a good pile driver. I'll send you that.
Name's a little bit.
Name's a little bit bleh, but I will send you this. I'll put it in mic muted.
Do send me a GIF.
Yeah. It's quite a good move, but he's calling it the.
I do love a good double underhook pile drive. Oh yeah, he does it well. That's good.
Yeah, he does it quite well.
Very nice. Very nice. I approve.
So I got the win, but he didn't get like the dominant moonsault win. He O'Connor bridged Tama.
That's how he beat him in 2018 in the G1. Makes sense.
It's good.
I like it.
Obviously, Sonata and God actually have a pretty big history. Several World Tag League matches, title matches,
and other matches,
and other singles matches as well, but mostly just Tag League. And yeah. Next up,
the dark time where they had about 7 in a year.
Yeah. Next up, we had a match that also, speaking of matches that have happened 7 times in a year, Hiroki Goto versus Taichi. Taichi.
True.
Yeah, they've had a very long rivalry, but it's good.
Yes, I like both of them, so there you
go. This match was apparently also really great. I heard a lot of good things about it. Taichi got the win, which
good.
I wouldn't say I'm shocked, but it is a bit out of left.
You shouldn't be, because he's being pushed more than Goto.
He is, but also it is Goto and it's G1 season.
I think Taichi's been elevated enough where that's not like an upset.
It's not an upset, but it's definitely like, I think that match was very, when I was like trying to figure out like, when we're doing predictions for
pretty much a coin toss, because they're both like the similar roles for whatever they're doing.
Well, I think Taichi's a bit higher than Goto is currently.
I agree.
Yeah,
but they're still both that kind of gatekeeper for the whatever. That they're the guy who's main eventing faces at like Power Struggle or Dontaku.
Yeah. In the main event, a match that is being dubbed the return of the Rainmaker, or by me, but a lot of people were saying this is like, yep, Rainmaker's back.
Right.
Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
When you say return of the Rainmaker, do you mean the move or the actual guy having good matches?
Yes.
I need an actual answer this time, but no memes in this one.
Both.
Okay.
The answer.
Okay. Did you see Okada's new shirt with his moves on the back?
Yes. Where Money Clip is the last move.
Money Clip is the final one.
Listen, he didn't win with the Money Clip. He beat Tana with the Rainmaker.
Okay.
There were 30 seconds left on the clock, which was very good teasing because these two are very well known for going for time limit draws in G1. And Okada got the win. He also brought back the Rainmaker pose as well, so he's been doing that again.
With the zoom out?
Yes, he did 2 in this match apparently. So that's back.
Okada's winning G1.
Okada's winning G1, baby!
Okada's winning G1.
He's like, all right, I'm not giving a shit till they push me again. All right, we're pushing you again. All right.
All right, nice.
All right, time to wake up. You guys don't want the Money Clip anymore? That's all right. I got 800
I think if they're making a thing out of that, his chances of winning the G1 have drastically improved.
From he's the favorite to he's gonna win.
He's definitely the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could also very well be a red herring. In like,
I don't think so.
he does. He gets 18 points and just steamrolls B-Block.
Undefeated, wins the final. There you go.
He's just like, hey guys, how you doing? I'm here to kill you.
Screw it.
No, him and Sonata are going to a title withdrawal. That's
Yes.
besides the
Yes.
point.
That's his one blemish, actually. There you go.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oi, Sonata, I didn't beat you. I gotta beat you again. He's like, Sonata's like, no.
Oh, watch that be like the power struggle briefcase match.
It probably will be. They haven't done it.
Yeah, because that leads to the Shingo match. It makes too much sense.
Lynch. Because it can't be Naito, because Naito's an A-block. So it's gotta be Sonata.
Yeah, it's gotta be Sonata. He's your gatekeeper for Shingo now. There you go.
I don't know what the fuck Naito's doing at WK, honestly. I'm confused.
He's wrestling Chase Owens for the Kapow, obviously.
Yeah.
Teaming up with Bushi and whoever else for
Bushi and El Terrible.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about ROH today, but I know you didn't watch Death Before Dishonor. But there's a
Why would okay? The Gareth is not here. Why on earth would you?
Listen, I need to bring up something that happened on Death Before Dishonor because we're mentioning.
Okay, bring it up anyway because I can react to it. Because I don't know what it is.
There was the 6-man title match, right? So it was LFI, which is Kenny King, Dragon Lee, and Beastia 666. Was originally going to be Roosh, but injury. Versus Shane Taylor Promotions, which was going to be Shane Taylor, Moses, and Khan. But before the match, they took out Shane Taylor, so in the entrance. So O'Shea Edwards took the spot instead. So the match goes like this. There's a lot of back and forth. In the final stretch, it's Moses and Kenny King, right? They're doing back and forth. And Kenny King gets the advantage, right? So he's about to win the match. And then the referee gets distracted by something on the outside. I didn't actually see what it was. So then Shane Taylor, who is still sitting at ringside selling a leg injury, runs into the ring, gets in the ring, smacks Kenny King on the head with a chair, puts Moses on top of him, and leaves. The referee turns around. 1, 2, 3.
Amazing.
That's the finish.
Best finish. Love it.
Greatest thing of all
That's
time.
hilarious.
Kenny King just gets murked.
Get wrecked.
Apparently, according to Yellick, there was like some history behind that was how Kenny King cost.
Okay, ROH is based. ROH is now based once again.
That was so funny. I was laughing my ass off when it happened.
Amazing.
Because I thought like,
hey, you know what? Shane Taylor Promotions are still the champions, therefore profit.
Oh, there was an even better point I remember now. So Edwards, Moses, and Khan had the belts afterwards. They were all they were celebrating with the titles, right? They were celebrating together.
Yeah.
Shane Taylor goes out to the crowd, and there's a fan with us, and with a sign that says "Ingobernable bitches." So he goes in, he takes the sign from the fan, he gets in the ring, and as the other three are celebrating with their belts, Shane Taylor rolls up the sign.
Yeah.
Ingobernable bitches.
Yeah.
It was so stupid, but I loved it.
No, that's great.
That's
great.
Incredible. Oh, it was so
is O'Shea Edwards like official champion, or is this like a?
I think they're freebirding. I think they're freebirding.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny, and I officially love Shane Taylor Promotions. So.
Okay, Yellick did get me on this when I watched. I can't remember which ROH show it was. The one that happened a few months ago. That was fun. I think the one where Bandito won the title. Whatever. Over there.
Best in the world. Yeah.
Shane Taylor Promotions. On paper, you wouldn't think much of it, but they're great.
Yeah. I think Khan is really the standout of the group. Shane Taylor great as well, and Moses is quite good, but Khan is a fucking star in the making. The dude's got a great
They're
look,
just them as a
ring.
trio act in the ring. They're so fun.
Oh yeah. They do they're great. It's weird. They're great baby faces.
Yeah.
You would expect them to be like really good heels, but they're really good baby faces.
It's just love it. It's what? Great. It's one of those things. It's one of those like I'm really pleasantly surprised by that act.
Yeah. It's good.
Very, very, very good.
Anyway, back to Nuge. G1 rolling on. What do you think so far of the results besides Okada's winning the G1? What do you think?
It's kind of as expected, apart from the Yujiro.
Oh.
You know, like it's not anything too spicy apart from that.
Yeah.
Because of how Nuge has been for the last year, and how they currently are, I can't say I have too much of a big reaction because I'm not, It's very mid.
Yeah.
Even though the matches are great, it's still only one round of matches, so I can't really say at the moment.
Well, we're going into the round 2 in a few days, starting on the 23rd. Yeah. We have A block action kicking off with, I believe this was a match in the New Japan Cup, Great Okan versus Toru Yano. Who you got? Who you got, big man?
I think Okan got Yano'd in that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he got Yano'd in that one last time. So who do you think?
He kills him now, yeah.
He kills him now? All right.
Yeah.
Next up, the best friends in the Boyfriend Simulator collide over you, the viewer. Who wins, Kenta or Yujiro Takahashi?
No. You can't have huge. Come in. Get that big juice on the Kotoribu, and then you get that big juice for Kenta. You can't be doing that.
Bro, they're probably gonna be the A block final. So how fucking funny would it be if Yujiro?
If Yujiro's like even momentarily leading the block with 4 points,
and he has the wins over both the final over the A block finalists. That's what I want.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think
the juice
Kenta
gets
wins,
bigger.
but my god, it would be so fucking funny if Yujiro.
Also, it's interfaction stuff, so Kenta has to win.
Yeah, he is the level above Yujiro in terms of that.
Yeah.
Next one, I don't even think I need to ask you this, but Tetsuya Naito versus Tonga Loa.
I hope that Naito wins.
Ape shit!
I hope!
Dude, ape shit. Based move. 1, 2, 3.
Jesus Christ.
You want to talk about based finishers? There you go.
Hey, that is a base finish on a very unbased wrestler, I think.
It's a good move, but it's...
That is the very definition of GOD, isn't it?
Yeah. They both have
great moves. Team.
Yeah. Well, they're not a bad team. They just get pushed too much. I think they.
It's not even their fault because there's just no other teams.
Yeah.
I can't even put it on them.
Okay, this one I think is a bit more questionable. Kota Ibushi, Tomohiro Ishii.
Ibu.
He could go 0-2.
He could though.
He could.
Oh well, what's the other match that's after that one?
So the main event, Shingo Takagi versus Zack Sabre Jr.
I
think.
Yeah.
Because I think Ibushi's beating Shingo to get the title match at Power Struggle.
Yeah.
So he could drop a loss to Ishii.
Ibu could go 0-4. 0-2, sorry.
0-4. He's fucking out already.
I was thinking point for a second and my brain died.
I think he might, but he also might not. It's hard to say.
Okay. It's either Ibu gets the shot at Power Struggle or he's one of the 58 title matches that are happening at Wrestle Kingdom Night 12.
Wrestle Kingdom Night 12?
Yes.
Well, no, he's not, because you have to fit in G1 winner and Ospreay. Because those are going to be the two. Whoever wins G1 and...
Well, it's G1 winner first night, then fight Ospreay, then fight Ibu like 3 days later. Yeah, screw it. Nothing makes sense. Okay, but more likely, in all seriousness, Power Struggle makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess Zack loses here, and I think Ishii.
Yeah, he's tag champ. He doesn't need to. Yeah. He doesn't need a win over the world champion.
As cool as it would be to see Shingo Zack for the belt, I don't think they do it.
I mean, I would cream everywhere, but
it would
no.
be a great match, but no.
Save it. Save it down the line.
Ibushi Ishii, I think, is the big coin flip of this night. I think everything else is pretty straightforward, but that's like, whoa.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. I think Ibu needs to get wins somewhere because he's gonna need to lose elsewhere as well.
Who do you think he needs to lose to?
Maybe Zack.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say if he was going to lose anywhere else, I would think he would lose to Naito.
Yeah, no, Naito. Although I didn't even know that because they're really not. They're really putting Naito in not the heavyweight title scene.
Yeah. But like, it would make sense for Naito to beat Ibushi because of Wrestle Kingdom, not the upcoming one, the previous one.
The past one, right?
Yeah.
True. I don't know.
All right. 24th. So night 4, night 2 of B Block. Why is this the opener? Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Hiroki Goto.
Is the rest of the card just that stacked?
Okay, just give me your prediction for this one, and I'll tell you the next match.
Tana's still US champ, right?
Yes.
Tanahashi.
I agree. Next match, Tama Tonga versus Chase Owens.
Can I not?
Tama probably wins, or he should.
Please.
Next up, Yoshihashi versus Jeff Cobb.
Oh my goodness.
It's good.
Why is this not the main event?
We'll keep going. You'll see why.
No. Main event.
Next up is...
I love you, Hash, but Cobb win.
Cobb wins. Next up is Sonata Taichi.
How was their Summer Struggle one?
Sorry, I think... Who won that one? Sonata did.
Sandana's got a win, and Taichi gets win.
I think Sonata beat Taichi, I think.
Okay, Taichi wins because I really don't want LIJ to just be fighting Tekkers again for the tag belts.
Dangerous tech. Well, Zack already knocked out Naito, so...
Yeah, but you could, like, finagle it if Sonata wins.
Yeah, Sonata beat Taichi at Summer Struggle, so Taichi wins.
Okay. Black Mephisto, die.
Yeah.
There you go.
Main event, Kazuchika Okada versus Evil.
I
still
Do you punk out Evil even more?
Evil is the kind of guy who is okay to beat Okada, right? I feel like he's a guy
I just think that if you have Evil in any form of prominent spot, he needs this.
He does. But it's because it's Okada.
But it's also Evil, and it's also Return of the Rainmaker Okada.
It's Return of Rainmaker, ultra evil man who's gonna come out here and kill the other evil man.
Yeah.
I think Okada wins it. No, I don't.
Okay. I think in any other circumstance, I would say either Evil wins because he needs it, and he's a guy that can beat Okada. However, I think they're going to want to build up the impact of Sonata going to a draw.
Yeah.
Therefore, Okada has to be undefeated until that happens.
I also think their last match, Evil and Okada, was New Japan Cup Finals last year.
Yes.
And that had Evil winning.
Evil won that one.
So I don't think you can have... Oh, no, that wasn't their last match. Their last match was New Beginning, and Okada won.
They had a New Beginning match?
Was it New Beginning or Castle Attack?
One of the two.
One of the two. They had that singles match, and Okada won.
So this is tiebreaker then.
Yeah, Okada's
Okada wins it. Okada wins it.
Evil's not winning the tiebreaker.
Get fucked, Evil. Get fucked. House of Torture? More like House of Shit.
More like a House of Trash.
Trash.
Garbage. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Anyway, there you go.
That's the next 2 nights of G1 and the last 2 nights that we had so far.
Lovely.
So we'll get into the other ones later on, obviously. As the tournament progresses, we'll cover it. Now on to the other round-robin tournament taking place. The one we actually just watched, the most recent night of, the N1 Victory League. What are your thoughts on the tournament overall so far, Gwyn, from what you've seen?
I'm enjoying it. The format, I actually kind of like, with the 4 blocks.
I think it makes it a lot more fresh. Because it's not the same people fighting each other. It is.
Yeah.
It's less of it.
It's just that with so many... Because recently the broadening of promotion watching has happened, so I'm just watching a lot more different things.
Yeah.
After having G1, and I love I love me some G1, but oh boy, that's a taxing boy to watch sometimes.
Yeah, it can be a lot.
Just through sheer volume of content.
Yeah.
Having it where each wrestler does 3 matches in their block stages, that's
8,
really good.
Or 9, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that, and also it fits. It has synergy with the fact that Noah's roster is about 9,000 years old.
Yes.
Hailing from ancient Babylonia.
Speaking of 9,000 years old, do you want to get into the matches that have happened so far?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, the first match of the N1 Victory League was Masaki Miya versus Kazuyuki Fujita.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this. I thought this was good. It didn't go too long, and it was like they did a lot of cool stuff in it, I thought. You know? It's good.
Because Noah has a bunch of old dudes, when they don't go that long, it's good.
Yeah. I like this. We'll get into my thoughts on Fujita's N1 run soon. It's very sad for Masa, but yeah, Masa's been given a lot lately. He's got the tag belt still. He's fine. He'll be alright. Moving on, we had Keno versus Kendo Kashin. That's
Their national title match wasn't great either, was it?
No, I don't like Kendo Kashin at this point in his career.
No.
Like,
well, B Block from the very start, B Block was like, "Oh, Keno's just gonna steamroll it and then win."
Yeah. Well, he didn't win this one, but yeah.
Well, yeah, he lost this one, didn't he?
Yeah, because Kendo got
Shit.
the upset.
I lie. I tell a lie.
Can't even steamroll.
Fuck.
Somebody's steamrolling, but we'll get into that.
Either way, Keno still wins the block.
Yeah. Keno Kashin got his 1 win for the tournament.
Yeah.
Moving on, we had the junior tag title from the line. Kotoge and Ohara beat Seki Yoshioka and Yuya Susumu to win the junior tag belts. The reign of Stinger is over.
I'm sad.
Okay, I'm a little annoyed that like Noah just continuously is bouncing all the junior belts between Stinger and Momono Saishin tag.
I'm in so much pain, FD.
He's sad Seki lost.
I'm sad that Seki lost. I'm sad that Stinger lost because Susumu's also really cool. I like him a lot.
He's yeah.
And here, do you know what's even worse?
What?
At the very least, have them drop it to the guys in Congo that need them.
Or the guys in Paris Domal who need them.
Or the guys in Paris Domal that need them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like that I'm dealing with that they keep just bouncing the titles back.
Momono Seshigun don't need it.
Momono Saishin tag and Stinger are the only people who win the belts. Any of the junior belts in fucking Noah right now. Like, it's annoying.
and at least Stinger, like Seki and Susumu were like a fresh team to hold them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. They had a great Congo match.
Yes.
Their last title defense, that was amazing.
This was.
But now it's just back. Now it's just back on the like. Well, what does this do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Hayata retains over Harada and they just don't, because I'm so fucking tired of like them putting the belts on all on one group. Like it's the same 2 groups.
Okay. I liked it when Stinger did it.
I mean, yeah.
I have bias because Stinger are my boys, but
Stinger are cool, but like I'm getting to the point where it's like Congo and Paris Domal are there. Fucking give them the belts.
You would think that they'd give them to Paris Domal because they're the newer faction they need establishing.
Speaking of which, after this match, Nozawa came out and challenged Ohara and Kotoge, and he announced that his partner will be Ita. So
do they just win them straight away?
I fucking hope so.
Please.
I don't like that they have decided let's put, because they have other juniors, they have other groups.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many other cool people in the division.
I would much rather Stinger have retained here than drop them to Paris Domal, but whatever.
Yeah, that's. I mean, even if it is Nozawa and Ita, but like Nozawa's not great now, but like Ita's cool as fuck. So
Ita getting a belt is a win, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this, but
no,
it was a good match. I will preface it that it was quite enjoyable, but the actual result is kind of bleh. Speaking of good matches, Katsuhiko Nakajima versus Masato Tanaka. This was great.
Oh yes.
This was really good. Really enjoyed it. C block is the cool block.
That's our tasty in ring.
Yeah,
block.
There's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of great matches set up for that. It was really... I enjoyed this match. I thought they did a lot of good stuff. I thought they did some great things. You know?
Yeah, Masato Tanaka is just having a fantastic run.
Yeah, he's...
in general, everywhere.
Everywhere. DDT, Noah. You know, he's...
0-1.
0-1. It's fucking great. Does his job well. As the former world champion of his promotion. Which, speaking of the current world champion of this promotion, oh boy.
Big belt drip.
Main event. Takashi Sagara and Keiji Muto. Oh, by the way, Tanaka beat Nakajima. And
Yes.
it was good. Takashi Sagara and Keiji Muto, main event, 30-minute time limit draw.
This is precisely what no one asked for.
No.
It's the catch-22 of, well, we can't job out Segura because look at the amount of belts that we put on him. Shit. But then on the other side, it's like, that was Keiji Muto. Can't job him out. Shit.
Look, I'm a big advocate for Keiji Muto. I am one of the guys who's
not
like...
this much.
Not this. This is... No. This didn't need to happen, all right? Like,
do you remember last year when Mochizuki and Kaito had a draw and we loved it?
Oh, it was great. Ridiculous.
And it was like a really good one that felt natural.
Yeah.
This one's just like, oh,
it was really
no.
No. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that was night one. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mixed bag of, you know.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I think night 2 was also a bit of a mixed bag.
Night 2.
Fresh off the presses.
So going into okay, first of all, night 1 was fine. The main matches, if you are gonna watch it, pick and choose the matches to watch. Tanaka Nakajima is great, and Fujita Kitamiya, I thought was great. And if you want to watch the Junior Tag Team match, don't watch the main event. That is 30 minutes of your life.
Save yourself half an hour.
You will not get that time back. Spend it with your loved ones. Do anything else. Next up, night 2. Starting with Masakatsu Funaki versus Akitoshi Saito. This wasn't terrible. It was fine. Did you see it?
No.
It was fine. Yeah. Well, it was what you expect, really. It was fine.
Yeah.
Saito probably should have won. I like Saito more than Funaki personally. I don't find Funaki very interesting.
Well, it's old block.
Old block and Masa. I do really wonder why they didn't put Funaki in A block and just put Soya in this block.
Soya in that one. Yeah.
Then you have full Hoss block and just have
the issue with A block is like, oh, Soya is just gonna job.
Yeah. Like at least with
at
least if you put Funaki in there, it's like it's just an old dude. It's just like all right. Main event. Then next up we had Kazushi Sakuraba versus Kotaro Suzuki. This is good. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It was decent. Sakuraba got the win because Suzuki's getting I think 1 win and he's gonna roll up Tanaka and that's gonna be his 1 win. It was decent. I enjoyed it. It was alright. Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. Sakuraba he works really well in Noah. It's weird.
He does. Yeah.
He's not. I didn't enjoy him in New Japan that much, but he's really working well in Noah.
He just manages to have matches that work better with his style and his age.
Yeah.
I think it's just working with his fellow senior citizens. It's just invigorating, you know?
Yes. Working with his fellow senior citizens, like 43-year-old Kotaro Suzuki.
Yes.
And 33-year-old Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Yes.
Who's else? Oh, Tanaka.
Casually challenging Marufuji for the GHC.
Getting the shit.
Which now, fresh news, side tangent. GHC no longer stands for Global Honor Crown.
No.
But yes, we're doing this, FD. How can this brush past our ear holes and our eye holes and just not mention this?
Yeah. Go ahead then.
GHC now is the blessed an acronym for Great Happy Christmas.
Yep. If you want context, go to Akitoshi Saito's Wikipedia page. Not saying
Great.
anything
Going
more.
with Godwin's handling cock, but that's just me. You know it is.
All right, Grant.
Running from Grant.
Running from Grant. Moving on, Masaki Mochizuki versus Daiki Inaba. This was good. It's pretty good.
If I can't. We just watched this match. What, did it? Did we? No, that was the other one.
This was Keno Inaba. We watched. So
Okay, I watched this one. I can't remember anything that happened in it.
it was fine. It's decent.
Eh.
Inaba is bland wrestler, man. He's decent, but he's very bland. Yeah.
He's got him some fire pants that are not modified and whatever. Anyway,
No, they say
it looks his gear looks like he bought it off the shelf.
Dude, no, it says never back down on the ass. So what do you mean?
Yeah, that's a Yoshihashi gear.
Exactly. No, Yoshihashi's better. He's got the weird, like, different fabrics on his butt.
It's never back down and get back up.
Get back up! Ultimate tag team!
Get back up, never back down.
Daiki Inaba and Yoshihashi.
Oh no!
The ultimate tag team.
Wait, does this mean that Daiki Inaba is going to become like the GOAT of the promotion in about 7 years?
In about 7 years, when he's old as fuck, and
Yeah.
everyone's
When he's like 38, he's gonna be the GOAT.
So that's in 5 years. He's 33.
Oh, nice, even quicker.
Even quicker.
Love it.
Main event: Kaito Kiyomiya versus Manabu Soya.
Okay.
Listen, Kaito.
We have to talk about.
Kaito.
We gotta talk about the gear.
This man listened to one Seether song and said,
Yeah, let's get a dragon veil.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm budging in now. You cannot say Seether and think that I'm gonna just sit here in silence.
Grant, look at Mike muted.
Yes.
I'm gonna post a picture of Kaito.
Kaito
First of all, look
listened to
at all
Remedy.
the-
And he
changed.
listened to Remedy and he changed.
Look at him. He
He
listens
said,
to Remedies.
everything's gonna be fine.
Look at him.
Oh,
Look at
your dollar bills. Don't leave your
bills
He's got his
out
bounce.
here.
He also came out with a
He's
T-shirt, which I don't like.
He said, I'm broken when I'm lonesome.
He said, "Ain't nobody praying for me."
He said, if you hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna mute myself. Y'all talk about something else. I'm gonna barge in again in a little minute. Just
Alright.
okay, wait a minute.
Cool.
All right, I love both.
Oh, God. Kaito
Okay, we
Kiyomiya.
called it a few months ago when he was just starting to Ric Flair bleed everywhere.
He started with Flair bleeding. He started hanging out with Stinger.
He's like,
He
blah,
lost
blah,
his
blah,
fucking
I'm just gonna
mind.
kill myself. It's like, yeah, here we go.
Look, it's a.
Barge it back in real quick. We cannot talk about Ric Flair right now. We're just not gonna do that right now.
That's
Okay,
true.
we're just nondescript wrestler bleeding. There you go.
Richard.
With Nozawa. He's gonna join Sting.
But then he's like he appreciates the murders that Nozawa's putting on him.
No. He's gotta hang out with his emo friends.
Speaking of which,
What emo friends does he want?
FD, look at Mike muted.
Yeah. What am I looking at?
Well, I can't
Stand to look at you now. For those who
Ma'am.
don't know, go listen to Seether songs. This might get taken down.
Go and listen to Seether songs.
Yeah.
If you guys, please listen. If you get nothing else from today's podcast, please listen to the post grunge 2000s band from South Africa, Seether.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bart. He loves Seether.
Shout out. Yeah. Anyway,
That will let you off.
Kaito beat Soya. This match was long. That's all I have to say
Long boy.
about it. I like. Okay, what do you think of Kaito's new look? Seriously, what do you actually think?
I love it. I think it's great.
I think it's a good It makes him. I think it's gonna stop the. I'm hoping it's gonna stop the Baby Nozawa comparisons because it's a very.
It will stop the Baby Misawa comparisons, and it makes sense for the character that they're going with. It's something fresh and fun. I like it.
I said Nozawa. By the way,
You said Nozawa. Well, it'll stop the Misawa shit.
It'll stop. Yeah, the Baby Nozawa. I said Nozawa by mistake. I don't know why I said Baby Nozawa, but yeah.
Well, he's changing from Baby Misawa to Baby Nozawa.
No, he's Baby Ogawa.
Baby Ogawa. Skama!
Rob's
Okay. In his initiation by Ogawa, I need Kaito to reference me, specifically me, when he's coming out. It's like, is that a Rob Zombie song? It sounds like a Rob Zombie song.
You know what he started entering to? He started entering to
What?
Dragula.
You just call that the my Durango. Damn, I guess I'm just on this episode now. There's my Durango down in 95.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good. But yeah, no, I like his new look. He looks different. I hope he keeps it. I hope he doesn't go back to the I'm white pure green boy. No.
So
Are we still talking
Okada's
about
like
Seether?
Okada's
Seether boy?
like, I'm gonna get balloons, and then Kaito's like, I'm gonna become an emo.
So I'm gonna make Seether jokes about Kaito. I'm gonna just read off the ones I had in my muted. He's finding beauty in negative spaces. That's one of their albums. He comes with a disclaimer. That's another one. That's the first album. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of Karma and Effect, so Remedy.
Back to the remedy. Yeah.
Clip.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm here if you need me.
Yeah.
I'm not muting again. I'm gonna just be here if you need me.
Okay. Yeah. So we've gained a third co-host now. Well, the original co-host of the podcast. Everybody.
Just drops in for no reason. Nothing to add. Smile and nod. Look pretty.
It's like Beetlejuice. We say Seether 3 times, he shows up.
Yeah.
You think either one time I show up?
Once.
So out of
Teeth juice.
Out of the results of night 2, what did you guys think?
Yeah.
So okay, full disclosure, I haven't watched, but I heard 30-minute main event with night 1, and I said,
Yeah, don't watch that.
And then John told me detail. John told me there was 3 Shining Wizards in a row, never went for a pin. I said, I'm gonna beat Kaichimuto's ass.
Bro, he doesn't win off that anymore. He only wins off the figure 4 leg hawk.
You think I figure I'm about to kill this man? You already look like an egg. Please stop it.
Alright, let's move on to night 3. This was good. For the most, oh god.
Overall.
We gotta talk about the opener
Night?
first.
Oh,
And I
goodness
remember.
me. No.
So in the opener, Kazuyuki Fujita beat Akitoshi Saito with cummies going everywhere.
And then headbutts to make the cummies go on his head.
Oh god, this was
Literally nut on the forehead.
so. Just to get for those who haven't watched it or are curious as to why we're saying cummies a lot. Akitoshi, at some point, I think Akitoshi Saito got so sweaty and so like wet that the hair dye in his hair or whatever fucking shit he had in his hair started leaking down onto his face, and it turned into like a white substance. So it looked like he had cum on his face.
It was like a Two-Face makeup. It like smeared across half his face.
Yeah.
He accidentally became Sting real quick.
And then like Fujita then decided, I'm going to repeatedly headbutt this man. How many headbutts was it? It was so many headbutts.
About 50.
He just kept
He just
headbutting
kept
him.
going.
Like
He said, "Give me your cummies."
Also, we have to talk about that maybe back suplex, maybe German
Oh
suplex
my
attempt.
God.
We don't know.
There was a really bad. They like, I don't know what it was supposed to be because I couldn't
No, I
tell
don't.
at the way that Fujita grabbed him what he was going for, but they just kind of both fell backwards.
There was no lifting there. It was just
They just kind of fell over.
it was like,
Oh my
bleh.
god.
That's it.
Just so
Fuck it.
Yeah, it's fucked.
And then Vegeta won with a guillotine that like he did like a weird grab your leg version.
Did like a leg lock
Stretch him.
thing. Stretch him, and the referee stopped the match because
Stretch
Saito said, "I'm not tapping to this fool, even though he's a real legit shoot fighter."
Yeah.
I am not tapping to him, but I am in pain. Please stop this.
And they stopped the match.
Stop, please. I can't see Big Phil.
Yeah. Okay. The opener sucked, but
Yeah, bad. Moving on
Said I'm fading him.
to some fun stuff. Katsuhiko Nakajima versus Kotaro Suzuki. This was great. You know, just Nakajima 2 for 2 so far in one match. It's just fucking.
makes sense. Suzuki looked really good. Apart from that, like one spot that was.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
I can't remember, but there was one bit that just didn't look good, but everything else was fine.
I remember there was one like where he did he reversed the spike into like a tombstone thing, but it was like almost like he almost killed Nakajima. It wasn't like bad and like he botched it, but he just almost dropped him on his head. And I was like, oh fuck.
Either way,
It's good.
good stuff.
Either way.
Like it wasn't I wouldn't say it was like their junior matches, but it was really enjoyable. Like they did a lot of cool stuff. They had a lot of great spots in it. Suzuki literally just kept trying to like it was a lot of good storytelling and like a lot of reading each other's moves because they kind of know each other so well from their days fighting each other in the junior division and like. But it's also cool to see their progression as wrestlers, to see like where they are now as compared to what they were when they were younger. I think there was a really good mass driver reverse that I really enjoyed. I thought that was really great. Suzuki also hit some really cool moves. He hit Blue Dream or Blue Destiny. What's his finisher?
Blue Destiny.
Blue Destiny, and but that didn't finish the match. That was great. Nakajima obviously throws fuckloads of kicks because it's Nakajima. That's his deal. That's what he does. You know, he'll kick you. In the words of Kaito Ishida's theme song, he never stops kicking.
I never stop kicking.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable. The finish was, vertical spike after a fair few kicks, and yeah, it's good. Good. Not a bad thing to say about it. It was great.
Yeah.
Next, Keno versus Daiki Inaba.
This was a match that existed.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Keno won, obviously, but
Yeah.
with the professional foot stomp, the PFS. It's fine.
It was fine. Don't go out of your way to watch it though.
Yeah, it was fine. Keno gets the win. Inaba, there was some cool moves, some good false finishes, I think. Inaba's eliminated. By the way, Saito, Suzuki, and Inaba all got eliminated from these losses. Just so everyone's aware. So they're all out. They can't win. Then the main event, Keiji Muto again in the main event. This time taking on Manabu Soya. This was fun. It was really good. They had Soya lead on the match, which was I think smart. He just got in like a lot of his fucking offense and kicked he just beat the shit out of Muto for a lot of the match. He kick-started it by lariating Muto and putting him in the sharpshooter immediately, which is just the biggest brain strategy to take him out. And, Soya probably should have won this match if they didn't have to build to Kaito. Muto. Soya 100% should have beaten him here because he was doing
Soya jobbing. Soya jobbing.
He's so good, man. Soya's great. He's an incredible.
I did really enjoy the sharpshooter into the figure 4 counter.
That was
at
good.
The end.
Yeah, the finish was quite.
That was surprisingly smooth. It's like, ooh, yeah, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, mama.
Grant, you wouldn't have liked it because Muto threw I believe the counter ended at 4 Shining Wizards, 5 attempts.
He can go to hell.
Didn't win with it. Won with the figure 4. Soya tapped out, which I don't know why they had Soya tap out. You'd think they would have just go stoppage, but
why?
They had to do it for the Vegeta side.
Yeah, God.
Look, I know this isn't real, right? But look, Japan doesn't exist. But look, if somebody tried to put me in a figure four, I would simply say no.
I would simply.
Because there's so many things they have to do to put you in a figure four, right? For some reason, they do the little wrap around, you know what I mean? Where they wrap around. At any point, I'd be like, it would stop. Through sheer power of, I'd be like, no, get off of me, sir.
Yeah.
Get your old ass up there, hit a moonsault, do something with your life.
He can't do that anymore.
Get a job.
His physician told him not to.
But he could do Shining Wizards, go to hell.
Yeah, he can do Shining Wizards. Can't do moonsaults. His physician said no moonsaults, but Shining Wizards, yes.
Hey, you know how the moonsaults are fucking your knees up? Do more knee things.
More knee things. More
knees.
See, that's why I think it's very base that the first thing he does is kick him and put him in a sharpshooter. How do you?
He lariated him.
He lariat. Okay, well,
Straight up, boom.
Listen, a kick is just a lariat with the feet, and you can quote me on that.
It's a lariat with the feet.
And you may quote me on that.
Is that not a lariat?
It's just a kick. Okay, look, I feel like we're gonna go in circles here, like a leg, if you will. But
the leg, I need the leg. God damn it.
I kicked your leg. I get the leg.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, how do you defeat Kaijimuto? Right? You target his legs.
Yeah.
If he was in a video game, the way when he enters, his shit would be red. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We were discussing this throughout the match.
I wouldn't do a grapple.
Soya Kano was actually really smart. This match, he was targeting the legs of Muto a lot. There was like a lot of like.
He's old.
Yeah.
That's what old people do.
Taking out the knees. Going for it.
Take the knees out. Kill him if you have to.
Make him humble.
Break his back, brother. Fuck his ass.
Kill his knees, make him humble. There you go.
Kill his knees, make him humble. So
my sixth tip is Jurassic Park.
That was the first 3 nights of N1. What do y'all think so far?
I will probably be watching. I will definitely not watch the 30-minute draw. They can simply go to hell. I'd rather watch 5 minutes of the GOAT of our generation, Braun Break.
I kind of want to talk about that in a minute, but
it's much easier to pick up a Noah show and like Noah N1 show and watch it rather than watch all the G1.
Yeah, I can agree with that completely. G1.
I'd rather die than watch the G1, honestly.
I gotta watch all of it.
That's why sometimes I regret ever coming to you with the idea of making this podcast. I never intended for you to have to watch an entire G1.
Well, I'm doing it every year.
Back when we started, we probably could have done it because it was actually good. But now, oh heavens! Well, I mean, it was kind of on the downward slide whenever we started doing it. But
what have you done to me, Brad? What have you done to me?
Look, you could have said no.
Look, I regret the decisions I made 4 years ago every day. Look.
I will simply not take the blame.
All right. I think N1's been great so far. They've done some good stuff. Real quick, just break from the Puro because we'll talk about DDT in a minute because there's some stuff coming up I want to talk about. But first, NXT 2.0. As people
specifically NXT 2.0.
Yes,
NXT
2.0.
NXT 2.0.
Matt Lee and Jeff Parker.
Go to hell, brother.
We should talk about All Out because we haven't actually. Did we talk about
AKA Kids Pop NXT.
I think we might have done.
We probably did. We can talk about. Yeah, we did. But let's talk about NXT 2.0 has. It's okay. Firstly, let's talk about the new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Champion.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh boy, got to vacate for injury.
Yeah, Samoa Joe died.
Conveniently injured.
I don't know how I feel about Ciampa. It's kind of boring. Yeah.
I mean, you already did this.
Yeah.
You already did this years ago. So well.
He's also a babyface now, and like, what is there that you can really do with Ciampa as champion now? What can he really do?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of him being champion at first was, he's a heel and he's insane.
And also,
now he's still, Goldie, bro.
Goldie, my daughter.
You're not grown as a character.
Yeah.
So, just for some context,
Kyle Kyle O'Reilly just suddenly disappears. He's gone he went the way of Austin Theory. He's gone now.
Well, Austin Theory's
Just for some context.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. He just said, "I'm out of here."
Was good?
And they did the classic WWE thing. Like, we're going to promote that Kyle O'Reilly is in this match. I'm surprised they didn't hit his fucking music. He's going to be in this match until like, hey, whoops.
Whoopsie. Gwyn, what's up?
Just going off people in the match. Who else was in this match? Just for context.
We had Tommaso Ciampa, obviously. We had Pete Dunne,
Pete Dunne.
Right.
We had LA Knight.
Okay.
Who else?
And
it's supposed to be Kyle O'Reilly, but it ended up being, what the fuck was his name?
He's Von Wagner. But
Von Wagner? Yeah.
Who?
Von Wagner. So Von Wagner is this NXT second generation wrestler. Not that we would know, because they're not mentioning anything to do with like any of like the second generation stars.
None of that.
But they have compared this man to a young Edge, and they see him as a future WrestleMania main eventer.
Okay, so when you say he's second generation, who is he the spawn of?
So he's the spawn of his real name's Cal Bloom. It's not Matt Bloom, but there's another guy because Matt Bloom.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
Whatever.
I can't remember his name.
He's just some random
Wayne Bloom.
He's second gen.
Body.
Yeah, he's second gen, but he's not an. Wayne Bloom. Yes, that was it.
He's an offspring of a heavenly body.
The only reason why I can see you wouldn't put it on Pete Dunne right now is that his contract stuff isn't dealt with yet.
Yeah.
No, he just signed.
Has he already signed?
Yeah, 3 years.
Okay, why the hell would you not put it on Dunne right now?
Tomato champion. Doom doom. Tomato.
That's Tomato.
One half of the Beverly Brothers.
Everything about this. Okay, there were some good stuff about NXT 2.0. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, let's talk about this man that has caused quite a stir amongst our community and the Twitter community. The man who we thought was going to be called Rex Steiner, Braun Breaker.
Damn it. Braun Breaker. Now, okay, people keep saying, right? They keep saying, "Oh, it's because." Scott Steiner, they have heat with WWE. They have heat with each other. If they don't like the Steiners, they suck at showing it, because you cannot look at that man and tell me he's not a Steiner.
Yeah. They just put him in straight up Steiner Brothers gear.
He's in the
fucking when the dude said, "Oh, he has a stone-faced gremlin mentality." Like, when did subtlety stop happening in wrestling? I'm genuinely curious.
Well,
some writer saw like, all right, we're gonna change it from dog-faced gremlin to stone-faced gremlin.
No, I think he said dog-faced gremlin.
It's like,
I might just
even worse.
It's so that they would. It's because he. It doesn't. It's not even like hiding. He looks like a Steiner. He is.
Yes.
He fucking wrestles like one of the Steiners. He's got the amateur. He even has like the promo mannerisms of like Scott and Rick that like kind of does with like the intensity.
He fucks his words up and can't say things.
He kind of did. If you listen to his
promos. Is he from a highly educated university?
I'm from a highly educated university. Like,
come on back.
Even then,
is he a big freak?
Why not just call him his real name, Bronson Rex Steiner?
Like, just call him Braun. Just call him Braun Steiner. Dude, what did Rick do to anybody? Rick ain't done nothing. He's been very peaceful, from what I've heard. It's Scott that's out of his goddamn mind. He didn't come out of Scott's balls, though.
He didn't. He came out
to my knowledge.
He came out of Rick's balls.
To my knowledge.
To everyone else's knowledge, he's out of Rick's balls.
Yeah. Like, okay, I put the picture up in Mike Muted. How is he not a Steiner? He's not a breaker.
No.
He's everything about him, even the dumb face and the weird goatee, that man is both the Steiner brothers in every... all he needs is the mullet. All he needs is the mullet from the 90s run. And that man is a Steiner and a half.
Apparently he was signed to the Baltimore Ravens as a fullback and then was released that same year.
Well, yeah. American Sports Challenge.
American Sports.
Yes. Yeah, I was looking through his Twitter because, of course, I was. I need to learn everything about the Steiners. I'm a historian. And he posted one of those "Let's Get This" posts about, like, he signed with the Baltimore Ravens. 2 days later, he was in the WWE Performance Center. So, shows you all you need to know.
He beat. By the way, LA Knight wrestling twice in this night. He beat LA.
No
Braun
mention.
Breaker beat LA Knight
for no reason.
twice. Yeah, LA Knight lost twice tonight, and Braun Breaker beat him.
LA Knight said, "I will simply wrestle twice."
So what is everybody's? We also had the great wedding between Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell. That was quite
really good. That was a really good segment.
Yeah. So what are y'all's thoughts on the new direction, we'll say, of NXT?
Gwyn? Well, shit. I don't know.
It's
kind of.
It was weird. You know.
I understand. I understand, right?
Yeah.
NXT. I don't know why they think NXT needs the reboot, right? I think NXT was perfectly fine. How I would understand if it was like, okay, they want to kind of get back to a little more of, okay, this is where we have our younger talent.
Yeah. To
kind of hope to learn how to work the WWE style, to learn how to adjust to the WWE schedule, right?
Yeah.
Kind of just get a grip for it, and just kind of move a little bit away from the this is where the indie people go for indie people things. But I don't know why it needs to be a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
I feel, and I don't understand why Triple H can't run it when he's been making the best WWE product they've maybe ever had for the last 5-6 years, right? And I know a lot. You could say that comes with the being the indie that NXT. How do I put this? NXT basically went from a PWG show in 2011 to being fucking what was it? WWF Superstars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like it went from this like, okay, this is something different. It's something like you can watch long matches. You can see these people develop. You can see, there's the indie-rific matches with like the 20 kickouts and the 30-minute length. But it's like it's all the same. Now it's like, okay, this is Raw, but shorter. This is SmackDown, but now it's more colorful. And
is there an eagle about to hunt you down right now?
No, I'm just outside. I don't know, maybe. He's a big big Braun Breaker fan.
Big Braun Breaker fan.
But maybe it's just because I don't know. I enjoyed. Basically, NXT was kind of like, I think for a big percentage of us, right, of wrestling fans, who, like wrestling fans, they're kind of like, we're kind of an eclectic bunch, right?
Yeah.
You can fit us into so many categories. I feel like, and this is a weird thing, I don't know, but this is how I feel, right? The wrestling fans who are also metal fans really gravitated towards NXT because Triple H is like, Motorhead, like, Ace of Spades, King of Kings. And now it's just like, it's like, they might as well have used tonight as a night. I do, but what I do like about it, I like the aesthetic choice. I feel like the black and gold thing kind of got a little old. You know what I mean? Like, I think they do, in a way, they did need, yeah, sure, color throw up. Why not? Let's make it a JoJo Siwa thing.
Yeah.
Let's melt a crayon box and see what the fuck happens. But I think like that was nice. I don't like the clear guardrail. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like, just do fucking metal barricades if you want to do that. I know what they're trying to do. Don't do that though. Like black or I don't know. That's just how I feel. However jumbled and fucked up it was that I tried to explain it. What do you guys think?
Gwyn?
I can come at it from a different perspective because this isn't going to make me watch NXT any more than the past NXT has been for the last few years.
Right.
Noticeable decline. I'm actually okay with this because this is less of a we're just going to blatantly hoard a bunch of indie talent away from other people.
Okay.
Which I think is good, because before then, like before now, it was just, even if you were some big indie name, they would do nothing with you on NXT just because they had too many of them.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But this also does mean that...
And now, this goes back to what NXT was supposed to be.
Yeah. Well...
Way back in the day.
Way back in the day, yeah. Not what it is.
Not the, let's just do indie-rific, but our own version.
I feel like, before you get into your thing, FD, I feel like this is what NXT was in the early days of the Takeover era. You know what I mean? With Arrival and all them, where it's like before it became like the indie-rific, indie-centric, like big indie names. Like I said, PWG show in 2011. Where it's like, yeah, we do have the indie guys and we do have these work rate guys, but we are still a developmental brand.
Yeah.
I don't think it kind of works stylistically is that NXT is still kind of being portrayed. This is a third brand, right? This is an offshoot of WWE. Well, at first it was like, yeah, this is an offshoot. Like now it's like, okay, this is just a third brand. So it's a third. It was like its own little island, you know. But it's still being shown as like it's trying to exist kind of in two worlds, where it's a developmental brand, but it's also a brand of WWE, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like they're definitely trying to sit in that like weird crevice between the two, and it's kind of not really hitting on any sides. But they've been doing that for a while. I feel like there's always like, even though like it's been lesser so, it's been more focused on the indie guys. But you also have like Street Profits, for example, who came up, fucking Forgotten Sons. Like there are groups. Forgotten Sons are bad. But you know, like even like before this, the Diamond Mine was there, and like you have like these guys who are both indies, but you also have guys who are there. They've always kind of kept that kind of deal, but they've definitely focused more on the indie stuff in recent years. I think, though, what's going to turn people off is the fact that it is going to go from, like, I will call WWE sports, and I know it's a marketing term, but if you look at WWE as sports entertainment, they market the Raw and the SmackDown as the more entertainment side of that, whereas NXT was more marketed as the sport. I think with what they're doing now, you're going to lose kind of the sport focus, and it's going to become more like Raw, more like SmackDown, and it's going to become more saturated over time. I think with the current standing of how it is now, people will be like, okay, at first it's not going to be that big of a difference, but you're going to we'll slowly see changes, different people getting pushed, certain guys getting phased out, and like, you know, guys falling down the card, people who were like over as fuck at one point and now being just like pushed straight to the bottom, you know? Like, I think that's going to be something that ends up happening a lot. And I feel like it needs to be, they are really going with that mindset of, you know, that they want 20 and under jacked guys. And we saw that with Wagner. We've seen that with Braun Breaker, who they're already kind of marketing as like, he's going to challenge Ciampa, whether he's ready to or not. And I think that isn't necessarily good, because I don't know if they're taping NXT anymore. Are they still? They said they were going back to taping, but they're doing like a weird thing where they're also not letting any like.
It's like sometimes tape, sometimes live. It's strange.
Yeah, and they're also not letting like people in who are gonna like leak tape. They're not letting any journalists into the tapings, even if they pay. They're just they kicked people out for it. They're like, that's it's.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I think this is going to work a whole lot more cohesively for the WWE system than NXT was under Triple H.
I disagree because go ahead.
Your main problem was that you had these indie guys. You're doing the indie-rific matches. You're providing your own alternative, which is great. However, what would happen is, if NXT truly was its own island, that would be fine. Yeah. But the problem is they have to move up.
Yes.
So then they would go on to Raw and SmackDown, booked by someone with a very different philosophy and mindset. So the guys that are big deals in NXT, most of them flop.
Okay, I can see that actually. Yeah.
However, now with this new NXT, you're building them up to be something that they're going to be on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot more. It makes a
It's
lot
at
more
least
sense.
you're not going to have the soul-crushing disappointment of "Yay, Keith Lee! He's really cool in NXT," and then oh Jesus Christ, what have they done?
Okay, I don't think
It's in a shirt.
Dude, Keith Lee is. It's between him and EC3, but he's one of the fucking biggest wastes of talents that I have ever seen.
In my opinion, where I believe the original NXT, and I don't even think this is the fault of NXT at all. Not totally at all, but like it was marketed as, oh, this is a third brand, but it still had that philosophy of being called up,
Yeah.
So instead of like, hey, this guy, instead of it being like it used to be with the brand, like the brand split, like, oh, same guy, same character, same philosophy, just moving over to a different brand.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's, hey, this guy was in NXT anyway, and like now it's like,
but the main thing with that is that the main thing with the third brand that only really came about in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, like for example, when Drew McIntyre had his little NXT run, they didn't really mention his NXT run when he came up.
No,
they really don't at all.
Yeah,
because back then it wasn't perceived as big enough to mention.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was that little run where the NXT had their little Survivor Series moment, whatever, and they're actually acknowledging it, and now they're back to not acknowledging it.
I think I will say, Adam Cole, big brain man, getting out when he could. Like,
oh yeah,
get the fuck out of there. He's like, nah.
Get out of there, bro.
Adam Cole, very smart man. All right, let's move on from this discussion because we've been on it for.
Well, no, let's talk about the wedding.
Okay.
I want to talk about the wedding
because
I genuinely really enjoyed the wedding.
It's a good payoff to a multi-month storyline, and like, fucking, what's his face? Dexter finally speaking. It's good.
Austin Theory is the love of my life. I will marry that man. Austin, do you have the rings? We're in a ring, silly. He is big himbo. He is himbo Saruta.
He is himbo Saruta. One part I really liked was the axe gif where he just opens his jacket and does the fucking axe.
Yeah, it was like, does anybody object? Everybody raised their hands. He just put the fucking axe.
Exactly.
It was like, and everybody just slowly puts their hands out.
Yeah.
And Dexter choking out the priest, and then fucking Beth just, hello.
Beth is better priest. Beth is.
That inspired me to become an ordained minister.
It would have been really funny, but I kind of wish they accidentally got Damien priest. He's just like, I'm not a real priest, guys.
He was there. He was there. He just went for the party though. He's like, I'm just here for the party, and I'm out. Like, no, that could have been such a better payoff than Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a priest. It's like, wait a minute.
I'm a priest. I know Austin's like, hey, he's a priest. And the one good part was, you're like, fucking, Regal, you do it. And Regal just said, no.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that William Regal is still involved. William Regal needs to be in NXT. I don't know why. He just does. He's my favorite. He's my dad. Love him. Shout out Pops. My dad.
He's British.
Yeah, Beth Phoenix inspired me to become an ordained minister.
Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the wedding. I thought it was very funny. I got a big pop out of Indy saying, whenever people say he's a freak, I say, damn right he's a freak. And I said, okay, Dexter, I see you.
I mean,
Look, bro, I don't know who's been writing for Indy, but they've been losing their goddamn mind. Bro.
I feel like they still get some creative freedom in NXT. It's not fully scripted. That's the thing. Like, so she's probably gets a guideline of like, oh, say some stuff about this, and then she just goes, I bet.
Did he eat the cake? Yeah, he ate the cake, and room left for pie. Like, what pie? Some of The Rock was chugging his own tequila. Like, wait a minute.
If you're so mad, what Dexter's cooking.
Yes, sir. And look, it was not lost on me that the night that Braun Breaker debuted, they also said the word freak. So, Another issue I kind of had with NXT 2.0. Well, two actually issues. One, that they kept calling it NXT 2.0. Just say it's just NXT. You fucking, I hate marketing so much. Please be normal. Branding, and then it was like they tried to debut a new person every 5 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Why? You know how many weeks of TV you have? At least 52 a year. At least.
I think one of the best moments that wasn't even filmed was during the commercial break. Io Shirai posing for the fans. You saw that. I don't know who saw that, but that was just like they were chanting for her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm cool as fuck.
Yeah. I'm here."
Yeah, it was good.
And like the groomsmen wearing the gloves really popped me.
Yes, the groomsmen wearing the gloves is great.
I think, dude, like dumb dad Johnny Gargano is so much better than fucking 30-minute matches Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah.
It's just,
all right.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to my favorite promotion. No.
Okay.
To my favorite promotion and yours, DDT. The best
Oh yes,
promotion.
sir. You know I love DDT.
Yeah. You don't watch shit. Anyway.
Fuck you, I don't. But you ain't gotta call me out like that. Not a joke.
So, KOD DDT Extreme Division Championship match took place recently at the Tenjin Wars pay-per-view event, event. Gwyn, you there?
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's talk about this. Let's start with first of all, let's talk about Yuta Minase versus Saki Akai. Well, what do you think of this?
I've wanted them to have a singles match in a while, and it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It provides something different for Saki to do because she's usually just wrestling the guys.
Yes. When she gets to wrestle Joshi, she goes fucking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I like mini Gambare invasion.
Yes.
That's quite funny.
Mini Gambare invasion. It was like one person.
Side note, I just looked in the chat and Alex said, "So true, Grant." I don't know what I said, but apparently I was making some points out
I
here.
believe that was about your Venn diagram of NXT fans and metal fans or something.
Probably.
All right.
Or that I am an ordained minister for shoot.
You are
Yeah,
an
I'm a
minister
man
for shoot.
I'm a man of God now.
So let's talk about the DDT Extreme Division Championship match between Shinya Aoki.
This was the greatest match to exist. This was the greatest match in the history of wrestling, FD.
This was a Kazuki Harada death match, which was that Aoki and Harada could only do moves and
that Harada
would do. And Aoki got so many fouls.
Okay.
No!
So one major highlight is that Hirata sucks at submissions, so submissions are very un-Hirata-like.
Yes. He's like, I remember they were like, one of them was like, Hirata does kicks, but he never does them strong enough to take someone off their feet.
Yes. Hirata will never go for a win when he could be dancing, so therefore going for the win in that scenario is un-Hirata-like.
Yes. And he won with the Aoki retained the title with the Miracle Small Package.
Yeah.
Gwyn, I think you do this better justice than I do, because this is, yeah.
As the Hirata boy.
Yeah.
That's resident. This was the greatest match to exist.
It was certainly.
I agree.
I loved everything about this.
No challenger confirmed for Aoki yet, so he doesn't have his next defense lined up yet.
That's fine. Just shut it down. We've peaked.
I remember the post-match promo from Harada was like, "Oh, Aoki, you beat me. You're a better Harada than I even am, and you're gonna go global." It's like,
gonna go global.
Harada, calm the fuck down.
Also, Aoki in Hirata gear was one of the greatest things.
Yes, they both came out in Harada gear.
Hilarious.
Did Aoki I can't remember if Aoki entered to Tokyo Go or not.
I think he did. Yes.
I think he did. They both entered to Tokyo Go. Certainly was something. And now moving on to the main event, KOD Tag Team Titles. Sona Kamina, 37 Kamina, Sona Club, whatever you want to call them, defended the KOD Tag Team titles.
They need an intro, FD.
Okay. I don't know what their intro actually translates to.
No, I will do one.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right.
Oh, yes, sir.
against the challenging team of. Wait, go.
From the smooth vibes. Only the greatest lovers in DDT Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
With lovery eyes, unrestrained body, and oozing aura. Pheromones.
Represented by Dan Shoku, Bandy Daino, and Yuki Sexy Ino.
Well, like guide my hips, am I right, boys?
Oh yeah. Well, there was a
The
lot
hip
of-
guiding is
There was a
is
lot of hip
full
guiding
effect
in
right
this
now.
match. Ooh.
Hip guiding,
This-
guided hips. You already
this-
know how it is.
This match was, and I mean this in the best way possible, the gayest thing I have ever seen in my life.
God, don't make it gay.
Don't
Oh,
make
yes,
it
sir.
gay.
Freaking gay, bro.
It was really
No
good.
homo.
It was really entertaining.
There was many kisses and many butts.
Many kisses, many butts. A lot of Eno caressing himself.
Okay, Eno like doing like the hip grinding and like caressing his own chest is one of the greatest taunts ever.
He's just like,
He just gets up on the as a distraction. He just gets up on the apron and does that and distracts people.
I remember there was a point where Shinma was like, Take, tag it, and Taka just said, no. He could have reached and tagged in, but he just went, nah. I ain't doing that, bro. It was one of the most insane things I had ever seen in my life, and it was a lot. A lot of butts.
Brilliant.
A lot of nudity. A lot of wrestling. A lot of kissing. A lot of dry humping.
Mm-hmm. But what else is wrestling for?
That's true. It was the pheromones. I've proven that the gimmick works well, and it's really entertaining. And the fans, they were really responding to it well. They really enjoyed it. The match was like, it came across really great. This was technically a double title match because the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship was also on the line, which Shunma won as he pinned Dan Shoku Dino to win the title. And now,
Of course.
both members of Sona Kamina are both of the tag champions of Sona Kamina are double champions, bringing them back up to
Two-man
four
power
belts.
trip right here.
Two-man power trip. They just
And then after the match,
The
we had
challenges.
Disaster Box of Harashima and Yoshimura came out.
Indeed. Kind of.
I'm very excited for that. That will slap.
That'll be really good. Kind of a weird team.
It's weird because Harashima he was just tag belts with
Okabayashi.
Okabayashi and Smalpari.
Yeah. But now he's like, I'm gonna bring my reggae friend,
I brought my thigh boy in.
my thigh reggae friend with his orange hair.
Oh, reggae down.
I am surprised they're doing this match, honestly, and not like something that would involve Ueno and Yoshimura. But it's kind of like adjacent to that.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Given the...
I think this might be a way to do like a subtle 6-man tag or 8-man tag tease of that, and then in Dio Grand Prix 2 we get the full Ueno Yoshimura match.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where... okay, question. Who do you think wins that tag title match, by the way? Just so, give your opinion.
I don't see Disaster Box winning them.
Neither. I personally don't currently.
Just because Harashima just won them.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. That was It's interesting to see that. Also, obviously, the Damnation Goodbye tour continues. Still going on. Through tears in our eyes as we continue to move through.
The merch is leaving the store as well.
Yeah, gotta buy one of their shirts. Make sure you support them and their porn fund. There's also a match that we should talk about. There was a 6-man tag on this show. A specific one that involved 3 goats of pro wrestling. Pokotan, Mecha Mummy, and Yoshihiko teamed up to take on Sanshiro Takagi, Toru Owashi, and Antonio Honda. My God.
Wonderful.
The match, Yoshihiko defeated Antonio Honda in completely clean fashion with an exploder suplex onto Honda.
Very clean.
Yeah. Also, they introduced the two new people in the DDT Teenage Project. As Van Vale Jack made his return to DDT. He was apparently quite young when he first debuted. Now he came back. And then also, Yusei Estrada will be joining DDT Teenage Project as well.
I do wonder how many appearances like El Unicorn and Illusion will be getting now that they've debuted.
It will be interesting to see. They appear to be building more of a division for it, so it's quite interesting. So that's something to take note of. Also, who was it that announced it? I think it was Yuto. Was it? No, it wasn't. Who the fuck was it? Somebody announced that they were retiring soon. It wasn't like somebody who's full time with DDT, but yeah, I don't know much about him. But yeah, it was Yuto Ijime that was announcing his retiring from DDT from Pro Wrestling.
I believe the name you're looking for is Jake Atlas.
No, he is taking a break from wrestling, but yes, not him. I was not referring to him. Yeah. So that was that DDT, but there was more DDT stuff to talk about. On a recent edition of the Who's Gonna Top tour, as it continued on, we had the third member of Pheromones revealed. The third. Would you like to give him an intro, Gwyn?
I don't know the intro for this one.
Oh, okay. All right. So the newest, he is the fantastic film director of Pheromones. He is Yumihito Fantastic Imanari. He is their porn director, essentially.
Wonderful.
He is Imanari is a former Ganbare wrestler. I think I don't know if he's fully moved from Ganbare to DDT or not, but he is now officially a member of Pheromones. He is confirmed to be the sixth member, the third member of the group. The reason I said six is because they have announced, though they have proclaimed their intention to challenge for the currently vacant KOD six-man tag team titles. So they're probably going to win them.
They're winning them.
Yeah.
They're winning them.
I'm
They have to.
excited.
Please.
The power of
Well, okay, here's what you do.
Winning.
They win the belts, and then in true Pheromones fashion, they do like the Shawn Michaels photo shoots where they're like naked.
Yeah.
They just have belts covering their bits.
Pheromones photo book. We gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd buy it for several dollars.
Be very interesting to see.
I think in true Pheromones fashion, they win the belts, right? And they pull a Brad Maddox.
No.
Come on the belt. God damn it.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Cummies on the belt.
Cummies on the belt.
Hashtag cummies on the belt.
Just slime it off of Saito's face and put it on the belt.
Okay, that was some verbiage.
Slime it. Just slime it. Just goop it.
We're gonna real quick change that topic. Let's go cover the upcoming Dragon Gate show, even though Dragon Gate is canceled. But
why are we? It's broken our hearts too much, FD. Why are we doing this?
We need to talk about this. It's important.
No, we don't. It's not important.
I have my reasons for why we're talking about this. Okay, just trust me. Okay, Dangerous Gate 2021. Let me. Have I lost you yet?
It's a dangerous gate for you to be watching this.
Is it Listen, I'm not watching it, but I want to cover it anyway.
Well,
let me explain. Daijibu.
I would blatantly like to front my Dragon Gate hatred.
Listen, no. This isn't hatred. I want to talk about this because it's funny. All right. There's specifically one match I want to talk about. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So in the main event, the Open the Dream Gate title is on the line. Yamato is defending the title against the challenger, the bland-tastic butterfly lock-in Kota.
He's winning the belt, obviously.
He's winning the belt, obviously. Also, Ita and hopefully Ishida and Ita and Hyo win Triangle Gate. I hope that happens. And then also Shun Skywalker versus Diamante should be decent. That's all. That's all I want to say.
I won't be watching it, so there you go.
Neither will I, but I wanted to talk about it anyway.
Hate in your heart.
I might watch it. We'll see. But we'll see. All right, moving on. You know what? Do we want to cover... you know what? You guys... I'm sick of waiting for you guys to do your fucking Joshi cast, so we're covering TJPW. Like...
Wrestle Princess 2!
Wrestle Princess 2.
Yeah!
The full count art has been...
It's so stacked, bro.
I am very excited. So, let's go top to bottom on the card. Starting with the opening match. Raku and Pom Harajuku will team up to take on Haruna Neko and Kaya Toribami. Interesting match.
Nice.
It's an interesting opener, and but it's more of a I think get them on the card kind of deal. Get the young wrestler on there.
Young girls.
Probably Raku and Palm take the win because it's Raku. And,
Kaya loses it. Yeah.
Next, Hypa Mizawa versus Nodoka Tenma.
Am I gonna singles match? Let's go.
Singles match, kind of a weird one. You'd expect these two to be doing something.
Okay. But, they've been had like a little comedy clashes here and there on like undercards.
Yeah.
Recently, it's amazing.
It's weird to me because these two were in such prominent spots on last year's Wrestle Princess card. You had Mizawa in her singles match with Saki and Doka in the tag title match, which now they've kind of,
It's okay.
It's okay. It's just surprising.
You know what? For the comedy shenanigans, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Now, in the first of our special guest matches, Nao Kakuta and Marika Kobashi will team up to take on Yuki Kamafuku, and known as Veni in AEW, Asuka will be appearing for TJPW. I don't think this is her debut. I think she's appeared for them before.
No, she's wrestled there before. She's wrestled there before, yeah.
But she will be appearing, teaming with Yuki Kamafuku in a...
Let's go.
The first of 3 special appearances of different wrestlers who are not on the TJPW roster.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's good. It's really good. I assume...
I do like that for Wrestle Princess, they'll bring in like a few big names from elsewhere.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting to see this match. I think Asuka and Yuki take the win.
Yes.
Yeah. No worries. Kamiyu gets another big win at Wrestle Princess. Make Yuki Kamafuku the Undertaker of Wrestle Princess. Just never loses. So moving on to the second special guest appearance, Suzume and Arisu Endo will team up to take on Shoko Nakajima and former AEW Women's Champion and former Stardom High Speed Champion Riho. Interesting to see her back.
She's here to bump the ratings on AEW and then go wrestle in TJPW. It's great.
Yeah, interesting to bring her back for this. Honestly, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
she hasn't been in TJPW in fucking ages. But like,
yeah,
it'll be a good match.
She does good with TJPW style, so it's fine.
Yes,
it's fine. It's good.
She does. Next up, the third and final special guest appearance. We have.
Oh boy.
Miyu Watanabe teaming with Yuki Arai to take on Moka Miyamoto and Aja Kong.
Are you ready for Yuki Arai to get murdered by Aja Kong?
Oh yeah, she's gonna die.
Are you ready for Hoss fight between Aja Kong and Miyu Watanabe?
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yes.
Let's go.
Big, strong
Also, I need
wins.
Aja Kong to teach Moka how to do like this the spinning back fist.
Spinning back.
I need the karate
back,
spinning back fist.
Yeah.
Please.
It's interesting that they put this match very high up to me. Moka.
Well, it's Aja Kong, isn't it?
It is Aja Kong, but it's also Moka and Arai who are both quite inexperienced, which is interesting.
I mean, it is Aja and Miyu Watanabe. So
I mean, Yuki Arai was getting like main event tags with Miyu Yamashita
That's true.
during the Princess Cup.
But also, like, I feel like Rio and Shoko being on there, it's like they hang him up down a bit. It's like, but I guess Orisu's also in that match, so I guess that's a mute point. I think actually Kamiyu and
Although it does have main event Honey Mustard though.
yes, main event Honey Mustard.
Main event, and that's Fury.
It's Wrestle Princess. All the tags are just good.
Tags are all
It
good.
just be that good. It just be like that.
Then into the title matches. By the way, I'm assuming we all agree Aja calling him Moko. Kill.
Yes.
Commit murder.
Yeah.
First of the 3 title matches, the International Princess Championship on the line. Hikari Noa defends against Yuki Aino. Surprised by that. I know
Burning Venus.
They had a setup for it, but it's still a surprising match to me to do. Especially when Aino just lost to Miyu.
I think it's a good match. Noah's not losing, so might as well just throw someone that'll be alright, and then that's it.
I do wonder, was this meant to be Mirai?
Probably.
Because I feel like this seems like they scrambled to replace her in this situation.
Yes.
I think it'll be good, but it's just surprising that Rick Steiner's doing this.
I would have rather had Nodoka in this singles match, but there you go.
It is interesting, but Noah probably does retain the title again. Getting to 3 defenses of the title. It's getting up there. Next up, actually, yeah, all of these defenses are the third or second or third defense. Second defense for third defense for 2 of them. Second for 1 of them. Next up, Princess Tag Team titles. Bishki Gun, Saki Akai, Saki Sama and Mei Saint Michelle will defend against the Magical Sugar Rabbits, Yuka Sakazaki and Mizuki.
I genuinely don't know who wins this.
I feel like Yuka just came back from excursion. Mizuki had a great run in Tokyo Princess Cup. They gotta win. I think Magi Sugar Rabbit's gotta win.
It depends who you have challenging for the belt at 1-4.
That's true. Because you could have
Because I think do either one of them against the champion at 1-4.
Yeah. But I mean, they can still have the tag belts, but I guess you would probably want them both defended on 1-4.
Yeah.
Or 1-3 or whatever.
I'm gonna go with Bishki Gun retaining.
I think Magi Sugar Rabbits are going to take the belts, personally.
There's arguments for both sides, so it's gonna be fun.
It's going to be great. It's going to be really enjoyable.
Either way, huge tag match is great.
Huge tag match. And in the main event, 1 year on from their tag team match with their special guest partners, the Princess of Princess Championship on the line, Miyu Yamashita defends against Maki Ito. Princess Cup winner Maki Ito, how about that?
This match is gonna slap.
To fucking kill.
Is it Ito's time?
Yes.
It has to be, right?
Isn't it always?
On their last match at 1-4, they made a point of Ito was really bloody close to beating me.
And she's had
this is it.
Growth arc as well. She's added Ito punish to her arsenal. She's got a lot of.
She's added Ito punish. Miyu was the one who ate the pin in their tag title match.
Yeah.
Or got submitted.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Also, for in the scenario of Miyu winning this one, who the hell do you have beat her after that then?
Mizuki.
Mizuki.
Finally wins. Stops being Gota.
Nah, Makito wins the belt.
Ito's got to do it. She's gonna pull it off. No chance in hell. She don't pull it off.
You got puppets.
You gotta do it. But yeah.
I mean, if you don't, then what? What? No,
Yeah, there's a lot. It's definitely have they announced anything else? Oh, they have announced the full card for who's gonna top. Cool. So for who's gonna top, let's begin. Let's do some predictions, lads. So, beginning. We'll ignore the under matches. But the first opening match. Yuki, Sexy, Ino, Yumijin, Imanari, Fantastic. With Danshoku, Dandy Dino. Versus Yusuke Okada and Hideki Okatani. Who you got? Pheromones, yeah. Yeah, and then, okay, so next up we have a very special match. A very big, interesting tag. I don't know what this is, but Daisuke Sekimoto has announced a Record of Ragnarok collaboration match, God versus Humanity.
As one does.
So, it's...
We'll see the E3 trailer next year.
The E3 trailer.
So, Daisuke Sekimoto... It's weird, because Daisuke Sekimoto has been dubbed Zeus. I think this is supposed to say Kazusada. Higuchi has been dubbed as Beelzebub. Yukio Naya has been dubbed Susanoo Wano Mikoto. And Susanoo Wono Mikoto. Words. That's Yukio Naya. And then Akito has been dubbed Apollon, which I think is supposed to say Apollo. And then again, they're up against Shunma Katsumata, Yuki Ueno, Mao, and Keigo Nakamura, who are Humanity.
The human Keigo is gonna die.
Human Keigo gonna get bombed by Sekimoto.
It's Krillin versus all the Saiyans.
Bro, it's Krillin versus Beerus. He's coming out here.
Oh, Krillin, no.
Yeah, it's crazy. Excited. I don't know what this match is for, honestly. I'm very confused.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Sekimoto's there. Higuchi's there. Naya's there. Akito's there. It's a match.
It's a match, you know it is.
Yeah. So then we have Masahiro Takanashi's return match to DDT. Masahiro Takanashi, Toru Owashi, and Danshoku Dandy Dino. Versus Yukio Sakaguchi, Saki Akai, and Antonio Honda. I'm pretty sure
Honda dies.
Honda dies. Yeah. Takanashi should win his return match in theory.
Yeah.
Then we have next up special tag match: Jun Akayama and Yoshihiko versus Harashima and Kazuki Harada. Oh my god.
But Yoshihiko obviously wins, but...
Oh yeah, obviously, clearly, gotta win it.
Yes.
Semi-main event: Damnation Disillusion match. So this is Damnation's final match. Daisuke Sasaki, Tetsuya Endo, and Mad Poli versus Shuji Ishikawa, Yuji Hino, Soma Takao, and Nobuhiro Shimatani.
Shimatani is the pin, but I'm so sad.
Does he? It's 3-on-4. And Hino's on the other
Look at
side.
the other team, though.
Yeah, but it's also Hino and Ishikawa and Soma.
I don't see Endo losing.
Poli could.
True.
Or Sasaki could, to be like...
Unless they do like a big thing of like one of the big names eating the pin in the last Damnation match.
Yeah. Yeah. Main evento. KOD Openweight Championship. Chris Brooks will challenge Konosuke Takeshita for the title.
With all my heart, I want Chris. And I'm gonna say Chris.
I am also gonna say Chris.
Forever and always, and yeah, you know how it is.
For my reasons of my conspiracy theory that this is how
From
they
last
debut
podcast,
the new big heel stable of Christopher and his merry band of misfits coming to
Yes, always
killing the Solar
And
Club, and then Endo Takeshita slowly reunite.
And then
When
Chris
two
can
songs
appear
go
on Chocolate
always.
Pro as Openweight champion.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, and then they win the All Japan, what are the All Asia Dream Tag titles, whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah. think that's everything. I don't know.
That is everything.
Is there anything else?
I haven't paid attention to any AEW, so I don't know.
Nothing's really happened on AEW lately. Brian, they confirmed Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega for Grand Slam non-title.
I do believe that's a non-title
Remember last show when it was like, oh, this show kind of looked boring. Apparently, we missed out on the fact that it's the best wrestling show of all time.
Yeah. Kenneth got Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker. Some stuff.
I think Archer and Suzuki are facing Mox and Kingston in a lights out match.
Yes, they are. That's gonna be fun. Should be really good.
Is the Bryan Omega match for the bell or no?
Bryan, no, it's not a title.
No.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah. Omega refused to defend the title against him.
Right.
Based.
Lamau.
He said no. What is wrong
I'm probably
with
not
you?
gonna watch it, but whatever.
I'm gonna kick your fucking head in. Well, you're not getting a title shot.
Actually, on the segment where they announced the match, there was just a consistent thing of like, the meme ended up being just like, what's his name? Don Callis says like, oh, you're a mark. And then Bryan Danielson says, listen here, you fucking piece of piece of garbage. You fucking goddamn piece of shit cunt fuck. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You goddamn piece of shit. He kept swearing so much in that segment.
Jesus.
He finally gets to swear. I've been wanting to swear.
He kept calling him a cunt. He said piece of shit so much. And I was like, dude.
Canny piece of shit is one of the best. It's one of the best insults. Canny piece of shit.
You can say shit on TV in America, at least.
Yeah.
That's like the limit. They're like, you can say shit, you can say damn, you can't say goddamn. You can say ass, you can say hole, you can't say asshole.
Can't say fuck.
Can't say fuck, not once, not never.
Not once, not ever. Can't say cunt.
That is the worst word in America. See, I wish I was in Australia because y'all accept cunt.
Yeah.
We are. That's worse. It's genuinely worse than the N word to many people that are white and women. If you call them a cunt, it's like, whoa, brother, man.
Bro, when Americans say cunt versus when Australians say cunt, it's just like,
yeah, y'all say cunt. Like y'all okay. I say cunt. Because when I say it, I have evil intentions when I say it.
When we say it, it's just like, hey, cunt, how you doing?
Like y'all say cunt, like totally cunt, you know?
Cunt.
Like look at you fucking. You gotta stress that shit. I gotta say cunt.
All right, that is all for today, I believe. I don't have anything else to talk about.
That is all.
We'll see you guys when we see you.
Ron Breaker.
Maybe with Yellick, maybe with Grant, maybe with Gwyn, maybe with.
Yeah.
No, never.
All
with John.
four.
Never with John.
Never with John. We don't let it.
Sadness.
No, he'll be back on the yearly one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like the podcast. Sub if you're not sub. Remember, 1,000 subs by the end of the year, which we aren't getting. And I'll buy a Jay White t-shirt and I'll wear it.
And he'll post a nude too.
No.
And he'll give me a kiss.
No. Thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. FD out.
Ron Breaker.